Hi love, welcome back. In today's class we're making this beautiful fringe dress. Yes, so if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for stopping by. Let's get right into class. We're using yarn, scissors, tape measure, slip stitch, and a 4mm hook. So begin with, you make your slip knots, and I'm going to chain 24 foundation chain. So we are starting from up to down. So make 24 chains, and this is how we make our chains. So after the 24 chains, make one chain. This is your turning chain, and start making single crochet in the next. Skip one chain and make single crochet in the next. So make single crochet in all the stitches until you get to the end of the row. At the end of the row, chain 1, turn over your chain 2, turn over your work and make a double crochet in the first stitch. So make a double crochet, and this is how we make double crochet in this. Keep making double crochet until the end of the row. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull through, yarn over, you have 2 on your hook, and yarn over and pull through all. So keep making double crochet until end of the row. So at the end of the row, chain 1, turn over your work and make single crochet in the very first beginning, and keep making a single crochet until the end of the row. So when you get to the end, chain 2, turn over your work. We are going to begin with the Alpine stitch. So yarn over, and it's a front post. We're going to be working on front post. Yarn over, insert your hook at the back of the double crochet space, and then yarn over, pull through. You have 3 chains on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all. And in the next space, we are going to make a normal double crochet in the next stitch, and we do the Alpines at the next row. So we are going to do front post double crochet, normal double crochet, front post double crochet. So this is going to be the pattern for this row until the end of the row. So just watch carefully how I make the front post double crochet, and repeat this process until the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. So I'm at the end, and you make a normal double crochet, chain 1, turn over your work, and you make single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. So keep making single crochets until the end of the row, and when you get to the end of the row, you are going to chain 2, turn over your work, and keep working on your front post double crochet. So I'm putting a double crochet at the beginning because the beginning is our front post. So now we are going to be making the front post double crochet at where we made the normal double crochet, and make normal double crochet on top of where you had the front post double crochet. So this is pretty much the pattern. So keep doing this until the end of the row. So go until the end of the row, and I'll show you what to do next. So at the end of the row, you are going to chain 1, turn over your work, and make single crochet till the end. So this is pretty much the pattern. So you are going to keep repeating this until you have 4.5 inches for medium to large size. This dress fits medium to large, so do until you have 4.5 inches. If you're a small size, consider making 4 inches. If you are extra large, consider making 5 inches. So keep working on it, and I'll meet you when I have 4.5, when I have my 4.5 inches. After the 4.5 inches, you are going to take measurement of your bust, and my client's own is 36. You take the 6 out because you don't want the bust to be enclosed, because you put an adjustment rope there, and you would have 30. In this case, I would have 30. So with the 30, you are going to make chain long enough to go around your bust. So on each side, 12, so I have 12 inches on each side. So I made 40 chains, which stretches to 12 inches. When stretches 12 inches. So after you've made your chain, your number of chain, you are going to make double crochet in each space until you are at the beginning of where you started making your Alpine stitch. So keep making double crochets on inside your chain space, and when you get to where you made the Alpine stitch, just continue from the procedure like what you've been making. So where there is front post a double crochet, you are going to make on top, you are going to make normal double crochet, and where there's normal crochet, you are going to make front post double crochet. So now I'm going to attach the yarn to the other side of the work and make a long chain of 40, exactly as you did for the other side. So this can go around your bust with some little space. Don't make it too close, because you are going to adjust it with a rope, as I said. So you don't want to make a chain that is exactly your bust size. Just leave some inches interval. So when you get to the end, keep making the double crochet till the end, and at the end you chain 1, turn your work, and make single crochets. You are going to make single crochets until you are at the end, the very end of the last chain. So at the end of the row, chain 2, turn over your work, chain 3, turn over your work, and make your double crochet in the first chain. Chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet in the next chain. Chain 1, skip 1. So this is going to be the pattern for the sides, and keep where the Alpine stitches are. When you get there, you are going to repeat the same Alpine stitch. That pattern for the middle is not changing, but rather from time to time you are going to change the pattern from the sides. So keep working on this, and when you get to the other side of your top, you make 1 double crochet, leave space, chain 1, and make another double crochet in the next one. So at the end, chain 1, turn your work, and make single crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. So for the single crochet, it's not changing. so make it at the end of the row. At the end of the row, chain 3, turn over your work and make double crochet on top of the double crochet space. Chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet on top of the double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. So this is going to be the pattern for the mesh row 2. When you, as I said, when you get to the Alpine stitch, make Alpine stitch. So you are going to repeat this until you have 8 rows, and this is my 8 rows. So now you are going to do something different. So slip stitch. If you want, you can cut your yarn, but if not, you slip stitch until you get to the beginning of where you made the Alpine stitch. But I don't want to cut my yarn. So this is the beginning, and now at the beginning, make single crochet until the other end of the Alpine stitch. So you are not working on the wings now. We are going to extend the Alpine stitch. So now keep making your Alpine stitch until you have 10 inches from the beginning, until it measures 10 inches from the very beginning. So when you get to the end, just chain 1, turn over your work, make single crochet to the end, and at the end you chain 2, make your Alpine stitch. So you are going to go row on row, like a back and forth, until you have 10 inches from the beginning. When you get to 10 inches, you're going to take your waist measurement and join the chains like we did for the bust. I lost some footages, pardon me. So I've joined one side of the waist and make single crochets until the end. And when you get to the end, that's where the Alpine stitch are. Keep making your single crochet throughout and join the other side and make single crochet till the end. At the end, chain 2, turn over and make your double crochet in each space. When you get to where the Alpine stitch is, as I said, there's no changing in the middle. You keep building that stitches, but when you get to the other side of where you've joined the chain, you make your double crochet till the end. At the end, chain 1, make your single crochet until you get to the very end of the row. With Alpine stitches, the single crochets are always constant. So chain 2. Now we are going to start making Alpine stitch on this row. So first you make your front post double crochet and make normal double crochet, make front post double crochet, make normal double crochet. So with this, you are going to work the Alpine stitch from the very first beginning of the chain until throughout to the end of the row. So when you get to where the Alpine stitches are, repeat the same in the middle and go through until the end of the row, and I'll meet you there. Again, note that single crochets are always constant, so anytime you are making single crochet, it's cut across. So now we have 11 inches. Now we are going to connect our work, and our waist we have 30. So we are going to join the waist together. We are going to attach it together so we can start working in rounds. So we are attaching it with a slip stitch. Just make a slip stitch, and we are going to be working in rounds now. So chain 1 and turn over your work and make single crochet round until the very beginning. That is where you started from. And when you get to where you started from, just make a slip stitch to connect the two. And this is my slip stitch. Now row 2, chain 2, turn over your work and make your first double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, make double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. So this is row 1 of mesh. So when you get to the Alpine stitch, make the same and continue from the sides until the beginning. So this is where the Alpine stitch is. So continue making the same, and when you get to the sides of the work, continue making your mesh and until the very end of the row. When you get to the end, you slip stitch. At the second chain, chain 1, turn over your work, make your single crochet. So anytime you are making single crochet, you get to the end and slip stitch and you are making a single crochet, make sure you turn your work and make single crochet round. The single crochet pattern doesn't change, and when you are making your mesh, make sure you don't forget, always turn your work. And work, we are working from inside and outside, so you turn. So this is the end of the single crochet, slip stitch. Now chain 3, turn over your work, keep building on your mesh, make your first double crochet inside the first, on top of the first, the double crochet under, chain 1, skip 1, make your double crochets, your mesh at the sides and in the middle, repeat the Alpine stitch, and that is it. So you are going to make this mesh pattern until you have 5 rows. So keep building until you have 5 rows, and I'll meet you when you have your 5 rows. So this is my 5 rows, and now we are going to be increasing on the size and be making, also we are going to start making Alpine stitch at the back. So you have to line it up exactly where the front stitches, Alpine stitch are. So mark exact where you are going to put the Alpine stitch at the back, and mark where you are going to put the increases on the sides of the work. Now keep making your single crochet until you get to the side of the work where the pink stitch marker is. So here you are going to make 3 single crochet in the space. Instead of 1, you are going to make 3, and the last one is 4, and put your stitch marker back, and you are going to repeat the same on the next mesh. So the chain 1 space, we are going to put 3 single crochet, and we will put 1 in each stitch as we were doing before. So go and repeat the same thing at the other side of your work. So at the other side of your work, you are going to put 3 single crochet in your mesh and put 1 in the middle, and you will continue working until work your normal single crochets until the end of the row. So at the end of the row, you are going to slip stitch, chain 2, turn over your work, and now we are going to make double crochets. We are going to make double crochets And so where our blue stitch marker is, that is where we want to make the Alpine stitch. We have started building the pattern. So after this, continue with your mesh on the sides of the wig. So make double crochet, skip 1, make double crochet, chain 1, skip 1. So you are going to make normal mesh around, and mind you, anytime you see Alpine stitch, you are going to put the Alpine stitch, so the front does not change. The front pattern of Alpine stitch does not change. We are just building in. So now you realize here we've had increase, so we've had 2 extra mesh boxes. So continue until the end of, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So when you get to the other side, you are going to repeat the same, and when you get to the blue stitch marker, you are going to make double crochets like you made the double crochets. So I'm at the blue stitch marker and make double crochets in each space until the end of the row. So at the end of the row, you slip stitch on top of the chain 2 space and chain 1, turn over your work and work normal single crochet around until the end of the row and slip stitch. Chain 1, turn over your work normal single crochet, and when you get to the increase part, put increase there, increase by 3 by 4 4, as we did for the first time. So you are going to be increasing on the size until you have the size of your hip measurement. So at the end, slip stitch and chain 2. Now at the back, we are going to start making your Alpine stitch. So front post, normal, front post, double crochet, normal double crochet, front post double crochet, double crochet, normal double crochet, front post double crochet, normal double crochet, and now you continue working on your mesh on the sides. So make sure the increase size, you are going to keep increasing on the size until you have your hip measurement, until it measures your hip size. So you are going to continue with your mesh until, so I'm at the other side of where we are supposed to do the front post and the normal double crochet, front post and the normal double crochet. And when you get to the end of the row, you slip stitch, chain 1, turn over your work and make normal single crochets all around until the end of the row. So keep making this and I'll meet you. So slip stitch, chain 1, So keep building your increase row. So make sure where your increase stitches are, anytime you get there, put 3 single crochet or 4 and keep increasing, and where the Alpine stitches are now, we are going to be building. When you get there, put Alpine stitches there, and where the mesh, at the mesh spot, when you get there, just keep making meshes on top. So keep doing this, and I'll meet you when I'm done with my increase row. So this is my increase row. Now this is what the work looks like, and this is how it looks like now, and it measures 18 inches. So now we are going to be making normal rows without increase. So I'm going to attach my second yarn, or cut and fasten. So I'm going to attach my second yarn, and now we are making normal rows. So attach it, chain 1, turn your work and make your single crochets, and just repeat normal rows after you've got your hip measurements. After it measures your hip measurement, so keep making normal rows, and as long as you want your dress, now keep working normal rows around until you get your desired length. So this is my work. So this is how long I did. My work is up to knee level, and this is how it looks like. At this spot, you can choose to leave your work like this and wear it like this, but I just want to add some little finishing onto the work. That is the fringe. So I'm just going to be attaching some yarns on it, but before we do, let's work on the finishing of the bra parts, So attach your work, chain 1, put 2 single crochet in each space until the end of the row. So we're working 2 double crochet in each space until the end of the row. At the end of the row, chain 2, turn over your work 1 double crochet in each space until the end of the row. At this point, my love, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. And at the end of the row, chain 2. Now we are going to be creating the hose. Skip 1 and put 1 double crochet inside the hole, chain 1, skip 1, put 1 double crochet in the space, put another double crochet in the space, in the next space, chain 1, skip 1, put 1 double crochet in the space, put the next double crochet. So this is going to be the pattern till the end. Please subscribe to the channel, and at the end you're going to chain 1, turn over your work and work single crochet in each space until the end of the row. If you haven't subscribed to the channel up to this point, I don't know what to say, but what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Please subscribe to the channel and be part of the family, and join our class every Saturday. Thank you. So at the end, chain 1, cut and fasten your yarn, and you're going to repeat the same exact thing for the other side of the bra part. I'm going to repeat the same exact thing for the other side. And this is what I have. I've done both sides, and this is how the work looks like now. You can choose to leave here because we will join yarn there, but then if you want a very fine finishing, then you would work single crochet around it. So now you are going to attach your yarn at the end of your work, the end of the beginning of your work, and make a long chain, and attach at the other part too and make a long chain, and lace your work at the back. And this is the end of your work. This is the end of your work. But I just decided to add a little flair to the dress by attaching fringe to it. And if it's something you would love, please comment down in the description box below on how to attach them, and I'll make a separate video to show you how I attached this onto my work. But either than that, you just watch the little of what I did. I started with attaching the cream color onto the yellow, but realized it was not giving me a good feel, so I did it according to the colors. So where there's yellow, I attached yellow to yellow and cream to cream, and that was it for the week. I really enjoyed making this project, and I was so happy with the outcome, and I wish you would also be happy with your outcome. And if by any chance you make this dress, please tag us atusiyahcrochets on Instagram. We would love to see what you made. And if you made it to the end of the video, please leave me a heart sign. I would really love to see that. And yes, thank you for watching the video once again. I really appreciate. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Until we meet next week, is bye. Stay hydrated, and let's meet again next week. Bye bye.